solidification time of riser has to be more than the solidification time of casting. So as we know that solidification time is a function of volume and surface area. Solidification time is, so based on that we have to design the riser. So method for riser design is Keynes method. According to Keynes method, freezing ratio x equal to V by AS of casting by V by AS of riser. X equal to another formula based on design textbook, A by Y minus B minus C. A comma B comma C are constants. Y equal to volumetric ratio, which is equal to volume of riser by volume of casting. This is also called modulus. Sorry, no, this is not. So the volumetric ratio is volume of riser by volume of casting. Modulus is different. Modulus equal to V by AS. By substituting that, you will get design values. So this is what you need to calculate. X equal to M of casting divided by M of riser. Next method is modulus method. So as we know that solidification time for riser has to be greater than solidification time of casting. Solidification time is V by AS whole square of riser is greater than or equal to V by AS whole square of casting. So V by AS is nothing but modulus of riser is greater than or equal to modulus of whole square of casting. So modulus is equal to some fraction value 1.2 MC. Modulus of riser equal to modulus of casting. Substituting these values, you will get the diameters. The concept of design is to calculate the diameter of the riser, right? So optimum diameter of a riser to solidify late than the casting. This is about riser design, and there is about defects in casting, which is another important concept which they ask mostly in GATE. Defects in casting. First one, blow. Air or gas bubble present inside casting is called blowhole, or blow or blowhole, both are same. Air or gas bubble present inside casting. It is due to lack of porosity in the molding sand. It is due to lack of porosity in molding sand. We have discussed what is porosity means. Ability of a molding sand to allow the gases present inside the casting cavity to outside. So if the porosity is less, so gases will stay trapped inside the casting, which forms blowholes. Aspiration effect. So aspiration effect is due to pressure difference in the sprue. Lower pressure will develop inside the casting, which allows the if the lower pressure in the inside the casting is less than atmospheric pressure, air flows from outside atmosphere to inside the casting. So this is a blowhole. Next one is scare. Blowhole present at the surface of the casting is called scare. Blowhole present at the surface of the casting is scare. Blister. Blowhole present near to the surface of the casting is called blister. So a scare can be converted into blister if you do machining operation. So a blister can be converted into scare. So this one is blister, and suppose it is open to atmosphere, the hole. This one is blowhole. This one is scare. Scare, blister, blowhole. So here, if you look at the diagram, if you do machining operation on the whichever diagram which I am showing, the blister part defect, because the blowhole is at the near to surface, if you do machining operation, it will be converted into scare. Next is porosity. Microscopic air particle present throughout the volume of the casting is called porosity. Porosity is defect, and porosity is a property of molding sand also. Microscopic air particles present throughout the volume of casting. is called porosity. So here very minute microscopic air bubbles. It's like it, you will see like dots. All these are called porosity. It is due to aspiration effect. And another point is note point. You can note it. Porosity is property of molding sand. And porosity, and as well defect of casting. Next is inclusion or sand inclusions. Sand inclusions or inclusions. Sand particles present inside the casting are called sand inclusions. So it is sand inclusion happens, it is due to sand erosions. When sand erosion takes place, whenever if you are using for large casting stop getting system, and then the erosion takes place, and the flow of the molten metal in the sprue is, instead of laminar, if it is turbulent flow, then it is erosion takes place. So these are the few things which you need to consider while designing the sprue or runner. Next is 6.1 dross. Impurities present in the casting is called dross. Especially lighter impurities. So these can be eliminated by using strainer or skim bob. Strainer or skim bob is used to eliminate impurities. So strainer, where you can use is strainer, you can use in sprue. In the middle of the sprue, if you use strainer, it will act as a sieve which removes heavier impurities, and skim bob, it removes heavier and lower impurities as well. Misran is a defect. Non-reaching of the molten metal to the farthest point in the casting. Non-reaching of metal to the farthest point of in the casting. Misran. It is called Misran. It is because when it happens is, it happens because due to complex structure of the casting, and the metal won't flow, and because of directional solidification, due to lack of directional solidification, it happens. Next one is rat tail. Rat tail is tail-like elements produced at the surface of the casting is called rat tail. Tail-like elements are metal pieces produced at the surface of the casting is called rat tail. So this is basically occurs in wax patterns. So it occurs when using wax as pattern material instead of wood. If you use wax as pattern material, it happens. Example, in investment casting, hard tear. Hard tears are produced due to the residual stresses induced in the casting. These are produced due to residual stresses induced in the casting. The residual stresses induced are non-uniform. It is due to non-uniform cooling of casting. Residual stresses develop due to non-uniform cooling of casting. Because of non-uniform cooling, shrinkage cavities takes place. So due to that, hard tears on the metal pieces takes place. Next one, cold tear. Whenever residual stress is induced due to falling of a droplet of cold liquid on hot casting, this happens. Residual stresses induced are due to falling of a droplet of cold liquid on hot casting. Next one is shrinkage cavity. Open space available in casting due to non-availability of molten metal for the compensating the liquid shrinkage is called shrinkage cavity. Open space available in casting. Due to non-availability of the molten metal. For compensating liquid shrinkage. Is called shrinkage cavity. Shift, another defect. Mismatching of cope and drag boxes. So mismatching of cope and drag box will cause shift. So when it shifts, the entire material, like suppose for example, shifting of, it has to be at same point. So suppose this is cope box, this is a pattern, and drag box is, sorry, so this one is called mismatch. Here if you look at the cope box is top one and drag box is this one. This part is pattern. So here we are using multi-piece pattern. There are two pieces, we are combining the two pieces. We need to produce rectangular casting, but we are not aligning properly. The cope and drag boxes are not aligning properly, so there is shift in the casting takes place. Due to this, the output, whatever the casting produce, the casting cavity produced is not improper, and you will get improper casting, which is a one type of defect. So out of all the topics whichever we have discussed, solidification time and pouring and filling time calculation, solidification time calculation, top gating, bottom gating gating calculations are important for problems. And for theory wise, shrinkage alliance, machining alliance, they may ask question in that. And defects also they have asked. For example, if you look at the old question, they have asked in defect is question number 12. Question number 12 they asked in 2004. Question number 12, Me 2004. One more question. Misran is casting defect which occurs due to. First option is very high pouring temperature of the molten metal. Second option is insufficient fluidity of the molten metal. Third option is absorption of gases by the liquid molten metal. Fourth option is improper alignment of the molding flasks. So just now we have discussed that improper alignment of molding flasks is shift, so that is not the misran. Absorption of gases by the liquid molten metal is, that is due to maybe blowholes, all those fill form. And very high pouring temperature of the molten metal, not defect. So there is only one option is remaining. That option is insufficient fluidity of the molten metal. So B is the answer. One more question. If you look the same way, the primary purpose of the sprue in the casting would be, I think we have discussed this. Primary purpose of sprue is to feed the molten metal from the pouring basin to gate. This question is question number 15, GATE 2002. This also one more question. And another question, match the following. Question number 3. Before going to question number 3, we discuss question number 2, another defect. Two streams of molten metal, liquid molten metal, which are not hot enough to fuse properly, resulting into a casting defect known as. So swell is like expanding the casting. Sand was scab is not that one. Cold shut is a defect occurs whenever the two streams combine to form a cavity, some space which they are not combined properly. Then there is a gaps in between the joints. So question number 3, match the following. So metallic chills, chaplets, risal, padding, exothermic padding. He has given these PQR options, and for the purpose of chills is directional solidification, and as well as support the core. Chaplets purpose is support the metallic chaplets is. So major purpose of chaplets is to support core. So Q1 is answer. Chills major purpose is directional solidification and progressive solidification or direct solidification. Riser major purpose is reservoir of molten metal, and exothermic padding is control the cooling of critical sections, or even padding is the purpose is cooling only, cooling of critical sections by increasing the heat transfer. So these are the exothermic padding, and match the following. This 2 marks question which we can solve. The answer for question number 3, which they asked in 2009. D is the answer. So like this they ask 2 marks question and probably 1 mark question also. 1 mark question is compulsory, and 2 marks problem also most compulsory they ask. So there is another match the following in 2005, question number 10. So hot chamber machine, Muller, dielectric Baker, sand blaster they have given. So for hot chamber machine is for die casting. Die casting, what is the difference between die casting and another casting methods? In die casting the mold is not sand mold, it is metal mold. And Muller purpose is for sand mixing. If you want to mix the sand, if you want to mix concrete, we use some concrete mixer, like that Muller is sand mixer. Dielectric Baker is for core preparation. CO2 molding we have used for core preparation, so the dielectric Baker is used to heat that one. Sand blasting is one of the for cleaning, finishing operation for cleaning the casting component. So this is about casting, and just go through some textbook, PC Sharma or some other textbook, and solve we have solved almost all GATE questions, and you can go through IAS questions also, which helps you, which gives you confidence to solve these problems.